Good evening, dear friend. Tonight, before you sleep, slow down for just a moment. Lay down every noisy thought, every hidden fear, and let the peace of God touch your heart. Sometimes the greatest struggle of the day is not what happened around us, but what happened within us. The frustration we carried, the sharp response we wish we could take back, the heaviness that settled into our spirit when things did not go our way. If today tested your patience, if someone's words stirred irritation in you, if disappointment shaped your mood more than you wanted, this prayer is for you. The Lord sees every unseen battle in your heart, and He does not turn away from you. He draws near with mercy. Tonight, we come before Him honestly, not pretending that our attitude was perfect, but trusting that His grace can soften what feels tense, calm what feels unsettled, and reshape what no human effort can fully change. God is not only interested in the burdens you carry, He also cares about the spirit with which you carry them. So as this night grows still, open your heart and let Him begin a gentle work within you. And as we sit quietly in the presence of God, we begin to notice the moments that shaped us today. Maybe it was a conversation that left your heart tense. Maybe it was an unexpected delay that stirred impatience. Maybe it was a task that felt heavier than it should have, or a person whose actions challenged your kindness. Sometimes we speak with a tone we did not intend. Sometimes we withdraw when love would have been better. Sometimes we hold on to irritation long after the moment has passed, replaying it in our minds, as though we can somehow change it by thinking about it again. Lord, You see these places in us with perfect clarity. You know when our hearts become defensive. You know when pride rises quietly within us. You know when frustration begins to color our words, our thoughts, and even the way we treat the people closest to us. Yet You do not meet us with rejection. You meet us with patience. You invite us to come closer, to be honest, to let the light of Your presence reveal what needs to be healed. Tonight, we do not hide the parts of ourselves that need Your touch. We bring them into Your care. If we were quick to judge, teach us mercy. If we were slow to listen, teach us humility. If we carried a harsh spirit, teach us gentleness. If we allowed disappointment to harden our hearts, soften us again by Your grace. We confess that without Your help, it is easy to react from stress instead of faith, from hurt instead of wisdom, from exhaustion instead of love. But You are able to shape us from the inside out. You are able to quiet the restless places in us and make our hearts more like Yours. So tonight, before sleep settles over us, we pause and ask You to search us tenderly. Show us where our spirit has grown weary. Show us where our responses have drifted from Your ways. Show us not to shame us, but to restore us. We trust that whatever You reveal, You are ready to redeem. And as Your light gently reaches the hidden places within us, we ask You to show us what has been shaping our attitude beneath the surface. Sometimes it is not only the moment itself that troubles us, but the tiredness we carried into it. Sometimes a small inconvenience feels larger because our hearts are already worn down. Sometimes we react strongly because disappointment has been building quietly, because we felt overlooked, misunderstood, or stretched beyond what we thought we could handle. Lord, You know the roots of every response. You see the concern behind the frustration, the insecurity behind the defensiveness, the ache behind the silence, and the desire for control behind the anxiety. Nothing in us is hidden from You, and still Your love remains steady. So tonight, help us to look honestly without fear. Help us recognize when fatigue has made us less patient, when unmet expectations have made us less gracious, when worry has made us less present, and when old hurts have affected new moments. We do not want yesterday's pain to govern today's reactions. We do not want pressure to speak louder than Your spirit. We do not want irritation to become our language or pride to become our posture. Instead, Lord, uncover what needs healing and bring peace to what has been unsettled. Where our hearts have become tense, breathe calm. Where our thoughts have become crowded, bring clarity. Where our emotions have become heavy, bring rest. Teach us to pause before we respond, to listen before we assume, and to seek Your wisdom before we trust our first impulse. As we quiet ourselves before You, we believe that every place You reveal is a place You are willing to restore. And in every place you are restoring, let your word become our guide and our anchor. You have not called us to be shaped by every mood, every pressure, or every passing emotion. You have called us to be renewed in our minds, transformed in our hearts, and made more like Christ in the way we respond. Teach us to carry the Spirit of Jesus into ordinary moments, into difficult conversations, into delays, into disappointments, and into situations that do not unfold the way we hoped. Your word reminds us to be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Help that truth settle deeply within us tonight. When our words begin to rise too quickly, place wisdom on our lips. When irritation tries to take hold, fill us with patience. When pride wants to defend itself, clothe us with humility. When offense knocks at the door of our hearts, help us answer with grace instead of resentment. Lord, form in us a spirit that is tender, steady, and teachable. Give us compassion when others fall short. Give us self-control when emotions feel strong. Give us kindness when the easier response would be coldness. Give us peace when we cannot change the situation, and faith when we cannot see what you are doing. We do not want our character to be ruled by the circumstances around us. We want our lives to be rooted in your truth, guided by your Spirit, and marked by the fruit that comes from walking closely with you. Let love shape our tone. Let joy steady our hearts. Let peace govern our thoughts. Let patience slow our reactions. Let goodness guide our choices. Let faithfulness make us dependable. Let gentleness soften our presence. Let self-control protect our words. As the night grows quiet, let these truths continue working within us, preparing our hearts for the surrender that comes next. So now, Lord, we surrender every attitude that does not reflect your heart. We place before you the pride that resists correction, the impatience that rises too quickly, the irritation that colors our words, and the defensiveness that keeps us from listening well. We release the need to always be understood, always be affirmed, and always have the final word. We do not want to win small moments and lose the beauty of becoming more like you. If we have carried sarcasm instead of kindness, forgive us. If we have chosen complaint over gratitude, forgive us. If we have allowed frustration to make us distant, harsh, or emotionally closed, draw us back into tenderness. Lord, take what is stiff within us and make it gentle. Take what is restless within us and make it peaceful. Take what is proud within us and make it humble. We lay down every reaction that comes from fear, hurt, or control, and we ask you to form a better spirit in us. Give us hearts that are willing to pause, willing to learn, and willing to love, even when it is not easy. Let your grace interrupt old patterns. Let your mercy soften old habits. Let your presence become stronger than our impulses. Tonight, we do not cling to the version of ourselves that reacts without wisdom. We yield ourselves to your shaping hands. Change us where we cannot change ourselves. Heal what feeds the wrong response. Strengthen what helps us walk in patience. And as we rest in you, begin creating in us a quieter spirit, a kinder tone, and a more faithful way of meeting every situation. And now, Lord, shape our hearts for the situations we will face beyond this night. When we are misunderstood, help us remain gentle. When our efforts are unnoticed, help us stay faithful. When plans change suddenly, help us respond with peace instead of frustration. When someone speaks in a way that feels careless or unkind, guard us from answering with the same spirit. Teach us to pause long enough for grace to rise within us. When we feel interrupted, make us patient. When we feel overlooked, remind us that our worth is secure in you. When responsibilities pile up and our energy feels thin, help us serve without resentment and rest without guilt. In our homes, let our tone carry warmth. In our conversations, let our words bring calm. In our work, let our attitude reflect integrity, humility, and steadiness. When we disagree with others, help us listen with respect. When we receive correction, keep us teachable. When we succeed, keep us grateful. When we fall short, keep us honest and willing to grow. Lord, give us wisdom in moments that feel complicated and self-control in moments that feel emotionally charged. Let us not be ruled by the atmosphere around us, but by the peace you place within us. Help us bring light into tense places, kindness into ordinary places, and quiet strength into difficult places. May our presence make rooms feel less heavy. May our responses open doors for understanding. May our hearts remain soft, even in a world that can feel demanding. We trust you to prepare us for every conversation, every responsibility, and every unexpected turn ahead. Continue forming in us a spirit that honors you not only in prayer, but in the way we live, speak, and respond. Where there is anger, give us gentleness. Where there is pride, give us humility. Where there is impatience, give us a calm and steady spirit. Where there is disappointment, give us trust. Where there is offense, give us forgiveness. Where there is worry, give us faith. Where there is weariness, give us renewed strength. Where there is confusion, give us wisdom that comes from above. Lord, replace every reaction that pulls us away from your heart with a response that reflects your grace. Teach us to choose peace over tension, kindness over sharpness, and understanding over assumption. When our emotions rise, help us breathe and remember that you are near. When our thoughts become unsettled, help us return to your truth. When our hearts feel challenged, help us remain rooted in love. Let our words be measured. Let our expressions be tender. Let our choices be guided by the quiet strength of your Spirit. We ask you to make us more patient with people, more gracious in difficulty, more thankful in inconvenience, and more faithful in the small moments that reveal who we are becoming. Form in us a spirit that does not simply react, but responds with prayer, wisdom, and love. And while we sleep, Lord, continue the work that our own effort cannot complete. Quiet every restless place within us. Soften every part of the heart that has grown tense from the day. Renew our thoughts with peace. Restore our emotions with grace. Let this night become a sacred space where you gently reshape what has been strained, hurried, or unsettled. As our bodies rest, let our spirits become still before you. As the room grows quiet, let your presence grow clearer in our hearts. Teach us in the silence. Heal us in the stillness. Strengthen us beneath the surface. We trust that you are able to work in us even when we are not striving, even when our eyes are closed, even when we have released the need to fix everything before morning. Prepare us for tomorrow with a calmer spirit, a wiser response, and a heart more ready to reflect your love. Let us rise with greater patience for our families, greater kindness toward the people we meet, and greater self-control in moments that once unsettled us. Tonight, we rest in the confidence that you are not finished with us. You are refining us with mercy, guiding us with tenderness, and forming within us a spirit that becomes more peaceful, more gracious, and more like yours. And as this prayer comes to a close, we place tomorrow in your hands with quiet trust. Let our attitude become a reflection of your work within us. Let our words carry grace. Let our choices reveal wisdom. Let our presence bring peace into the places you send us. We believe you are shaping us gently, faithfully, and completely. As a simple act of faith, write this declaration in the comments. Lord, shape my heart and help me respond with grace. Let that confession become a prayer rising from your soul tonight. And if this time with God has brought peace to your heart, remember to like this prayer and subscribe so we can continue walking together in faith each day. May the Lord bless your rest, renew your spirit, and prepare you to meet tomorrow with patience, humility, and love. May the Lord wrap you in his peace, cover you with his mercy, and let his unfailing love become your comfort until morning comes.